Take a seat.
Why is this social innovation important to you?
Well, I believe everyone has to give some of our time to change the reality in Brazil. What we have now is very unfair, and I don't think it is democratic what we offer to children now. So basically, our education is not good. The quality is very low, and we are trying to help to change this and to improve also the knowledge and the experience of the teachers regarding inclusion and regarding human diversity.
Is there a reason why you're so much passion into this? I mean, is that something that affected yourself personally?
Yeah. Basically, when I was 18 years, I passed through an accident that gives me another kind of understanding about how difficult it is for people with disabilities to create a career and to really access all the opportunities that the state should offer. So I see that many of our children and teenagers with disabilities really don't have support. And my intention is to change this reality.
And what would you say to an aspiring social entrepreneur?
Well, I think it's very grateful to see the impacts of a work you lead, and there is nothing better than feel transforming the society and the community we are living in.
My name is Veronica Holanda. I'm from Indonesia and I'm a social entrepreneur.
What makes you a social entrepreneur?
I run drug prevention program in schools, and our target group are young people aged 12 to 19. They are school-age kids, but some in school and some are not. So we give a drug prevention program in school, how to empower youth to be the change agent to their own peers. We train them as youth leaders. We want them to bring this message of a positive lifestyle, how to make smart choices, healthy choices in life, and this is what we want the youth to reach out to other youth. And I think our program so far has impacted the life of 300,000 a year. We want to increase to 500 and 1 million in years to come, because this alone in this target group we have 13 million of young people in our footprint. So, but half of them are actually not as fortunate as those in school. They are less fortunate economically, so they kind of drop out in some time between those 12 years of primary education. So when they drop out of school, they end up in the streets. The ILO, International Labour Organization, has a data on them, and it stated that 94% of street kids involved in drug trafficking. So as we started the YCAP, at first we thought we would address the issue if we just go to school and talk to kids. But when we realize half of the population are not in school, then we have to start with something else. So we come up with a learning house. We call it Rumah Belajar. And this Rumah Belajar will give opportunity for street kids to find education, to get their skills, job skills, and eventually employment. Because for them, it's not so much of adopting healthy lifestyle. What healthy lifestyle? They don't even have access to health services. So this is what we want to do, to make them enable themselves to be independent and to have the opportunity in life as in those kids in school.
So what you do is that you pick them up from the streets if they're in the street, and then you put them through education, empower them with a job.
We don't pick them from the streets, because sometimes we have to enlighten them on the importance of education. Most of them, actually, I'm touched that most of them actually, they believe that if they got further education, they will get better jobs. But I think at this point of time, we just have to limit ourselves, and we can only help those who want to help, those who want to help themselves and fight for themselves. Because we have found a lot of street kids who are just so content to be in streets and involved in all this, crimes, street crimes. But then we need to empower them and even help them to understand that there are things in life that they can pursue, a lot better things that can make them, a whole person.
Is there something that is really innovative that you're doing that distinguish you from the rest of the other Indonesian NGOs or social entrepreneurs, or even those who are dealing in the same sector of youth against drugs in other parts of the world?
In the parts of the world, I think the uniqueness of our program is more in how we empower youth to reach out to their own peers. And this is like creating a positive ripple. It's like dropping a stone of drug prevention program and create that positive ripples among youth themselves. And I've seen this snowball effect. I've seen youth, we train one youth and they will reach out to their 200 friends, 2,000 friends. Oh my gosh, this is amazing, the kind of enthusiasm that we see in the life of this youth. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what these kids are doing as long as they utilize their free time doing something positive. It's already a good thing, because drugs and other risky behavior comes out of the negative utilization of free time. That's what happened between 3 and 6 p.m. All of the studies in the world has shown that this is the most critical time in youth life, after school and dinner time. So if they can do something positive between this time, it's not so much just drugs that they won't get themselves into. They could save themselves from a lot of, risky behavior.
Take a seat.